Hi, good morning. It is Monday, and I thought that for this video, for this week, I would just kind of take you along with me. So today I have a private lesson, and then I'm going into work, into the studio, and I'll do more lessons there. But to rewind a little, so my name is Amberly, and I am an artist and business owner in Atlanta. What I thought for this video was that I would just kind of take you along. It's not a typical week, actually. So in the county that my business is in, it is winter break. So we have camp going on. Let me rewind again. So for my business, I have a art school studio, and we teach classes for kids from like 2 years old all the way up. I think my oldest student, he's like in his 80s. So we teach all ages, and we are an inclusive studio. I work with students with IDD, so that's intellectual and developmental disabilities. So I mostly work with those kids, like personally just me, and those are usually one-on-one. Anyway, going back to it, so I have a brick and mortar studio called Studio 23 Atlanta. And we do classes for kids, we do private events, workshops, camps. That's pretty much what we're doing this week. Kind of just all sorts of stuff related to the arts. Celebrated 6 years in January. And I have a few teachers who do most of the classes. All I do is private lessons and admin, planning, that kind of stuff. I'm getting sidetracked again. So I thought I'd take you through this week. The beginning of the week, typically I teach lessons on Mondays and Tuesdays. And then I will come in, kind of rarely, but I'll come in if there's a private event, if there's a birthday party or something where I need to come in an extra day. On Mondays, I teach about 4 private lessons. Today, I'm only teaching 3 because a student is out. And then tomorrow, I actually don't have any lessons. So all of my students that I typically teach are out. I thought I would film this video, kind of show you guys how I attempt to juggle everything, because I definitely don't balance it. I've been doing this for over 6 years and I still struggle. But just to kind of show you realistically what it's like to have a brick and mortar small business, but to also be working on my own art practice. Yeah, let's just give it a shot. But for now, I have this lesson, which starts in a few minutes. It is at this student's house. Without giving much information, he is older and he has some health problems. So typically all of my students come into my studio, but for this one, just for his case, it's better if I go to his house. 40-minute drive back to Studio 23. And then I have a lesson from 2 to 3 and then 3 to 4. And then I'm done for the day. Beautiful. Keep on going. You're doing awesome. Keep on going, Sammy. Wow. What do you think, Sammy? Awesome. Awesome. I agree. So now I'm just locking up and heading home. There is going to be another class tonight, but one of the other teachers is doing that. So I'm done for the day. And I will head home. I may work on my own artwork tonight, but I'm not too sure yet. Just kind of depends on how the day goes. Hi, you guys. It is Tuesday, and there was camp here all day. It's echoey here whenever it is empty, so it's just a little different feeling here whenever it's all quiet. But there was camp today from 9 to 2, and then now there's getting ready to be an event here in about an hour. So it is a paint party. We do a lot of this here at the studio, but it is a paint party for a massage parlor. I don't know what they're called. I guess like a massage spa. They're going to do like a big group event for all of their staff there. So there's going to be 19 people here at the studio, really just to get set up, start moving the tables, all that kind of stuff. So let me show you what it looks like now, because it's going to look a lot different later. Okay, so here is our main art room. We are actually in this really beautiful old Victorian house. So all the rooms here, they actually connect. So there's 2 more rooms back there behind that wall. Most classes, camps, pretty much everything is pretty much taught in this classroom here. And then these tables, it's actually 4 skinny tables that I got from IKEA when we first opened, when I was like first starting to get everything together. So it's really nice because they come apart, so we can kind of reshift and change the layout whenever we have a bigger event with a lot of people. Hi, it is Wednesday. Last night the event didn't exactly go as I wanted. So as I was saying in the last clip, I guess from yesterday, they quoted me 19 people. And this is kind of like the hard part about this business, or like this portion of the business, because so they quoted me 19 people, and I got ready for 19 people. We have supplies for 19 people, and we sent the manager sent the invoice last night for 19, but it turns out only 10 came. And to back up a little bit, I did leave early because someone else was coming in to help the teacher paint and like take care of everything. I put hours out for one of my employees because I was expecting so many people. So anyway, the invoice was sent, everything, and then I got an email this morning saying like, hey, only 10 people showed up. Is this number right? And this is where like the hard part comes in, because typically I would only charge them, not typically, I've always only charged people for however many actually show up. So even if they say like 12 people but only 11 come, I usually don't charge them for that one person. But, you know, my family, they're all like, you know, if you order catering or if you buy tickets to something, like just because somebody doesn't show up or they like flake or anything, the like that doesn't matter. You still have to pay for it. But personally, I know like if I tried to organize something for people but not that many people came, like I'd be sad. I had to pay for all these people and none of them, or like that many people didn't show up. So that's kind of where I am with this, because only 10 people showed up. And I know I will end up just charging them for however many people showed up, because that's what I've always done. That's what I would want to happen. And it's also a local small business here, not here, but like where my business is. So I understand what it's like to own a small business, all the like hardships and that kind of stuff. So I know what I'm going to do, but it's just like, not the fun part of the business. But we're here today. I want to focus on today. I'm not going into work today. So I'm going to work on the painting. I would really like to finish this today. I have a few errands that I need to go run before, but before any of that, I wanted to just spend time with the painting. Let me turn it. I really would like to finish this painting today, because this piece just kind of came from like, hello, who is it? Hi, Jiggy. Hi. It was just like a fun piece to get me back into like creating, just having fun with art. So I don't want to spend a lot of time on it or overthink it at all. Yeah, so today I'm gonna finish this one, or get it to like 99% done, to where I just like touch up things and then I can varnish it. So by the end of this week, it will be finished, it will be varnished, and it will be ready to go. Hello, so it is Thursday and I did not actually get to work on anything in the studio yesterday. I'm trying to not let that get to me. So today's a new day. Right now I was just kind of looking through all the upcoming calls that I need to apply for. So I have a list here. So there's 5. There's 5 calls that I want to apply for coming up. One of them is actually an invitational. So that's nice because you don't actually have to apply really. You just give them your information and then to make the work. So that is a show coming up in May, and all the forms and images of the work, that is due in April, like mid-April. The rest of them, they are calls for galleries in North Carolina, Alabama, Minneapolis, and Philadelphia. My goals for this year was to really try to show outside of Georgia. I've only shown outside of the state twice, and that was for art fields, and that was 2 years ago, and then last time was not 2 years ago, last year, and then the last time was 2019. And art fields is a big competition that's like all of the Southeast, so super cool to show with them. Other than that, I haven't shown outside of Georgia, so that's one of my big goals for this year. I wrote down all of the dates, and one thing I've messed up with in the past, but I think, with planning I can do better, is a lot of these shows, there's overlapping either exhibition dates or, like, let's say I apply for a show, but then you get a notification, usually like one date they'll tell you that you need to apply for another show before you're notified. So just trying to figure out like what work I could submit for certain galleries and certain exhibitions without too much overlap. I've only had that happen once. It was not fun. It was not fun, but everything worked out, thank goodness. Today, I'm just gonna kind of plan all that stuff out, and then I will get to work in the studio. Then I wanted to share that I got some really exciting news yesterday. I had a call meeting with Georgia Public Broadcasting, and I can't probably share too much about it, but they're basically doing this really cool 5-series campaign. And I won't go into much detail about it, but I'm glad that I was one of the 5 that they kind of thought of to reach out to. So it'll be a TV interview and air sometime either late spring or early summer. And I'll start filming it. We'll either do the filming in like 1 or 2 days, but I'll film towards the end of March. So that is coming up. I'm excited and I'm nervous about it, but either way, it's a great opportunity, so I'm very grateful for that. So enough yapping, enough talking, time for me to just start making work, because that's the most important thing. Hi, okay, so I finally finished my painting. I am so happy with it. I think she's super cute. So let me go ahead and show you guys. Okay, here she is, this star. I like it so much better now, and you can't really tell on the camera, but there's a lot more pink showing through, which I think is really cute. She's all done, and it was just a lot of fun to work on this and get back into the process of creating.
I'm so alive.